Well, of course, here in Northwest Arkansas, we're talking about the people and places who make our region such a great place to live. And our first guest is one of those people, because we know that we have many talented artists creating world-class, beautiful works of art here. Interform is hosting a series of events to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. And joining us is local fashion designer Rulli Torres. Hey, Rulli, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, absolutely.
Where does your love of design come from?
It comes from my mother. She was a seamstress. She was a seamstress for my sisters. Obviously, she loved to create. And also on my father's side, most of my aunts were seamstresses. My uncles, they own boutique stores. So I just remember running into their stores, getting lost in the aisles and getting lost in their gowns. And so it was, I feel like it was already from when I was a child. I didn't know, that I was going to go into this field or could make a career out of it, but I think it goes back that far.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, and you've mentioned, and I'm sure they inspired you. Do you have any other inspirations in your design? Any folks that you look up to?
Well, obviously, as designers, I think we usually have a favorite designer. One of mine is Alexander McQueen, Christian Dior, Carolina Herrera, Oscar de la Renta, and all of those major international, well-renowned
big names.
Big names.
Yes, absolutely. I got to see your designs. There was an American Heart Association event at the Rogers Convention Center.
Yes.
So I got to see your designs, and they are absolutely beautiful. Just the way you put together everyone that hit the runway. I mean, we were back there like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. So your design process, when you're thinking of things like, for instance, the American Heart Association event, it was all themed red.
It was all themed red. The first year that I did it, I dedicated it to my mother because she's had a couple of strokes. This year I dedicated it to my sister. She had a minor stroke, so it kind of runs in the family. I want to be part of organizations that empower women or that help women, like the American Heart Association. I also do my own fashion show every year in Dallas, which is for breast cancer survivors. My thesis is going to be related to that, so I'm heavily working behind the scenes on something like that.
Sure.
But yes.
Yeah, and of course it's Hispanic Heritage Month. Talk about what is it like to be able to represent, your culture as you're designing things for people to wear.
Well, this is, I can't even express it, to be honest with you. I am truly honored to be part of Interform, that they allowed us to be to have an opening, especially in such a huge platform, and being such a diverse community that they're allowing us to be part of what they've grown so much. They've grown so much, and so by them allowing me to share a little bit of my culture, I feel like I inspired also other designers coming kind of behind me, or that are kind of on the same, especially my students, I would say. But it is very important for me to share my cultural background, especially right now I'm working on something for Day of the Dead. So I'm working on Katrina designs. I'm probably taking like three-fourths of my office, and my other coworkers are probably like, it looks like a madhouse in there, but it kind of falls into Hispanic Heritage Month, and then Day of the Dead is just around the corner.
Sure.
So I'm kind of being all-inclusive, and not only with my designs, but I feel like fashion is very universal, just like music. So you'll notice that I have models, African-American models, Hispanic models, and then I have opened it to where it's not just a certain age. I have my goddaughters that started at 4, and then I have some models that are like almost 70 years old. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us more about your collection that we'll be able to see displayed. It's at the Famous Hardware in Springdale?
Correct. So I have some pieces that were made for my pink show in Dallas last year, so you'll see a lot of pink. I think there's like a bubblegum pink that was on the window display whenever they first had the opening, so I was really honored. I took lots of pictures just
of course.
Yeah, and then
as you should.
Yes. So it's I would say it's a lot of the designs that were in my pink show in Dallas. There's some ready-to-wear T-shirts with my logo, rhinestones. I'm gonna have some more made for my Day of the Dead event coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
And so I have some ready-to-wear. I have some couture gowns as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time you come, bring us a gown.
Yeah,
I
for
will
sure.
definitely do that.
And that's at the Famous Hardware Building in downtown
In
Springdale.
downtown Springdale, I
Right.
literally live like 5 minutes away from there, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just like,
Yes.
yeah, it's like
Dream
home.
come true.
Yes,
Yeah, I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. People can see this collection all the way through November the 17th, I believe. Is that
I
correct?
believe so as well, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
so you'll
that's
have
great.
plenty of time to see it, but don't wait. Go see that now. Really, thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you all so much for having me.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stay with